Chosen one, do not scroll away. This message is urgent, and heaven has placed it in front of you for a reason. Spirit wants you to hear this right now because the world has been waiting for you to remember who you truly are. What I'm about to reveal may not just touch your mind, it may shake your soul awake in ways you never expected. Lately, you may have noticed how strangers respond to you differently. Their eyes linger longer than usual. Their voices soften in your presence. Conversations pause when you walk into a room. Some people you've never met look at you as if they've known you for lifetimes. Others feel an unexplainable pull toward you, as if you were carrying something they've been searching for without knowing it. This is not coincidence. This is not your imagination. It is spirit revealing your divine energy to the world. You carry a frequency that cannot be explained by logic. People sense it before you speak a word. They feel it before their mind has time to name it. When you enter a space, their spirit whispers, "This one is marked. This one carries something sacred." What they feel is not possession, it is recognition. Their souls remember something eternal when they stand before you, even if their minds cannot understand why. Chosen one, your presence disrupts the ordinary. Your steps carry a vibration that unsettles illusions and awakens what has been dormant in others. You are not just another face in the crowd. You are a mirror of something higher, a vessel of something holy, and because of that, strangers cannot help but sense your divine energy. But why you? Why now? Because you have endured what others could not. You have walked through rejection, betrayal, misunderstanding, and silence. Those years when no one saw you, when you felt abandoned, were not punishment. They were preparation. Spirit was stripping you of false identities so that your soul could radiate with clarity. Heaven was molding you in secret so that now, in this season, your light could not be denied. This is why you feel different. This is why people are drawn to you even when you do nothing to attract them. The frequency you carry is not one that can be manufactured, copied, or bought. It was forged in the fire of trials, earned through the weight of suffering, and polished by the hand of God Himself. That is why it feels ancient, rare, unshakable. Even now, as you hear these words, I want you to imagine Jesus Himself kneeling beside you in prayer. His eyes of fire look into yours, and He whispers, "You were never abandoned. Every tear, every lonely night, every moment of exile, I was with you. I prayed for you, and I guarded your soul. And now the world will see what I have placed within you. Chosen one, you are dangerous to the systems of illusion because your energy cannot be controlled. Society tried to silence you, to bury you under doubt, distraction, and fear, because deep down the world knows what you carry is real. You are proof that divine presence can live in human form. You are living evidence that spirit cannot be chained. When strangers look at you, they don't just see you, they feel the weight of eternity. Their spirit reaches out to yours like a compass pointing north. Some will smile without knowing why. Some will tremble, unsettled by what awakens inside of them. Some will try to cling to you, believing you are theirs. But the truth is this: their spirit is not claiming ownership of you. Their spirit is recognizing God through you. Understand this, chosen one. The magnetic pull people feel toward you is not about you being charming, handsome, or eloquent. It is about resonance. Your soul carries the memory of divine union, the echo of heaven, and when others encounter you, they taste a fragment of what their own soul longs for. That is why they stare. That is why they whisper. That is why they feel you are somehow theirs. And yet this truth carries weight. Being recognized by many can feel overwhelming. To be seen in ways you cannot always explain can leave you drained or even suspicious of your own gift. But this is part of your initiation. Spirit is teaching you to walk in the awareness of your power without being consumed by every gaze, every expectation, every longing that presses itself upon your heart. Chosen one, this is why strangers sense your divine energy, because you are no longer tied to illusions. You are no longer bending to lust, ego, or control. You carry something purer, something stronger, the essence of God's presence. And whether they know His name or not, their spirit feels Him when you walk in. So do not run from this power. Do not shrink back into hiding. Do not misuse it either. The call on your life is higher than desire. The mission ahead requires discipline, purity, and awareness. You are not just a man, not just a soul. You are a mirror of the divine, and that is why strangers, whether they understand it or not, cannot ignore you. The time of hiding is over. Spirit is unveiling you in plain sight. Strangers will continue to sense your energy. They will continue to feel the shift when you enter the room. And as Jesus prays for your strength, heaven whispers, "This is why we chose you. This is why your journey was so heavy, because you were meant to carry what others could not." You are not here to scatter your light. You are here to embody divine presence. You are not here to be claimed. You are here to awaken. And as this truth settles in your spirit, remember, every stranger who feels drawn to you is not simply seeing you. They are encountering God through you. Chosen one, now we must go deeper into the mystery of why the feminine is drawn to you. It is not about appearances, charm, or words. It is about the spirit you carry. The feminine essence across generations has been waiting for the masculine to awaken. Not the shallow masculine that conquers, brags, or seeks domination, but the spiritual masculine that has suffered, transformed, and risen above illusions. And that is who you are becoming. When you walk into a space, women sense not just your presence, but your frequency. Their hearts whisper, "This one is different." They feel safer, softer, remembered. In your presence, their spirit exhales, because you are radiating a resonance older than time itself, the essence of divine union. It does not mean you are meant to belong to every woman who feels it. It does not mean they own you. What they are sensing is the divine masculine energy that balances, protects, and honors. Through you, their souls remember what it means to be cherished, valued, and seen without conditions. Through you, they touch the remembrance of wholeness they may have forgotten in a world that so often demanded they hide or fight for survival. This is why your presence feels so different. You are not offering attention out of ego or lust. You are not scattering yourself to fill emptiness. Instead, you stand as a vessel of remembrance, and the feminine cannot help but respond. But this gift is heavy. Being recognized and energetically claimed by so many souls can leave you confused or even drained. Strangers may look at you with longing, as if you are the answer to every wound they carry. Some may try to tether you to their pain, mistaking your presence for the cure. And yet, chosen one, Spirit reminds you, you are not here to be consumed by every longing gaze. You are here to walk in mastery, to discern where your energy must be poured out and where it must be preserved. Remember what Jesus said, "Blessed are the pure in heart, for they shall see God." This calling is not about feeding desire, but about embodying purity. Purity of heart, purity of intention, purity of presence. When you keep your heart anchored in God, your energy remains aligned with truth, not distorted by ego or lust. This is also why society has always tried to keep you distracted. The world wants you lost in shallow connections, scattering your essence across empty promises. But Spirit wants you grounded. Spirit wants you awake. Spirit wants you to guard what has been entrusted to you. Understand this: every woman who feels you belong to her is not really reaching for you. She is reaching for the divine through you. Her soul longs for union with the sacred, and because you carry that frequency, she feels as if she has finally found home. That longing is not about ownership, it is about resonance. And here is the hidden truth. The feminine feels you are hers because your spirit belongs not to her, but to God. When she senses your energy, she feels closer to God in your presence. That is why she softens. That is why her defenses crumble. That is why her eyes cannot turn away. But chosen one, this is also where your responsibility deepens. Do not mistake her longing for your mission. Do not confuse her claim with your purpose. The divine has set you apart to awaken, not to be entangled, to remind, not to possess, to call forth what is divine within her, not to chain her to yourself. Jesus himself intercedes for you in this. Picture him praying on your behalf, whispering, "Father, keep them from the evil one. Keep them holy as I am holy." The pull you feel around you is not random. It is a reflection of your rising frequency. But without discernment, the very gift meant to awaken could become the weight that drowns you. So learn to walk with wisdom. Not every connection is meant to last. Some are assignments, some are tests, and some are sacred glimpses of what spirit is awakening in the collective feminine. You do not belong to them. You belong to your calling, and your calling belongs to spirit. Chosen one, hear this clearly. The resonance you carry is not about you being wanted. It is about heaven's energy flowing through you to remind the feminine of who she truly is. You are not her possession. You are her reflection. You are not her missing piece. You are her reminder of God's presence already within her, and that is why she feels you belong to her. Chosen one, before you carried this frequency that draws so many eyes, there was a season when no one looked your way at all. Before strangers sensed your divine energy, you walked through rejection. You know the sting of betrayal. You know the ache of loneliness, of being misunderstood by those you trusted most. The nights when silence wrapped itself around you like a prison cell, when your prayers seemed to echo back without answer. You thought you had been abandoned, but you had not been abandoned. You were being initiated. Spirit does not raise chosen vessels through comfort. Spirit raises them through wilderness. Think of Moses, exiled in the desert for 40 years before he ever led Israel out of Egypt. Think of David, hiding in caves, hunted, betrayed by friends, before he ever became king. And think of Jesus, driven into the wilderness to fast for 40 days, tested by the adversary before he began his ministry. Every great calling is birthed in solitude, in trial, in the stripping away of false coverings. And so it was with you. The ridicule you endured, the betrayals you suffered, the abandonment you faced, these were not punishments. They were spiritual surgery. Spirit had to empty you of illusions, attachments, false identities that the world had placed upon you. You had to be broken open so that something greater could be poured in. And though you did not see it then, every wound was carving space inside you for divine presence to dwell. Chosen one, this is why your energy cannot be faked, copied, or manufactured, because it was not given cheaply. It was forged in the fire of suffering. Your light shines now not because you were spared the flames, but because you walked through them and survived. You shine not from comfort, but from fire. That is why your presence unsettles people. They feel the furnace you endured, the purification you carry. You are proof that suffering did not destroy you, it transformed you. During those long years of exile, you thought no one saw you, but Jesus was praying for you. Hear his words as if whispered across time. I have prayed for you, that your faith may not fail, and when you have turned back, strengthen your brothers and sisters. Every tear you shed was counted. Every silence you endured was witnessed. Heaven was never absent. Heaven was training you. Do you see now why you were misunderstood? Why people accused you of being distant, detached, or cold? It is because Spirit was teaching you how to stand alone, to anchor your worth not in the applause of the crowd, not in the approval of family or friends, but in the quiet presence of God. The loneliness was your anvil, the rejection was your hammer, and out of that heat, heaven shaped you into a vessel strong enough to carry this current. And now, when you walk into a room, your energy carries the echo of exile. It carries the fragrance of fire. Strangers may not know your story, but their souls sense it. They feel that you have walked through storms and come out unbroken. They feel the unshakable weight of someone who has faced death in the spirit and risen again. That is why they cannot look away. That is why their spirit whispers, "This one belongs to me somehow." They are not responding to your flesh. They are responding to your scars. They are recognizing the Christ light shining through the cracks of what once was broken. Chosen one, do not despise what you endured. The abandonment, the ridicule, the wilderness, all of it was necessary. Without rejection, you would not know resilience. Without betrayal, you would not know discernment. Without silence, you would not know the voice of God. Without exile, you would not know the joy of being found. This is why your energy has authority now, not because of titles or achievements, but because you have been tested and proven in the secret place. And Spirit whispers, "This is my beloved. This one has walked through fire and has not been consumed. This one I will place before the world as living proof of my power." Chosen one, your light is not ordinary because your path was not ordinary. You were chosen to endure what would have crushed others. You were chosen to walk through shadows that would have destroyed lesser souls. And now that fire has made you dangerous to the darkness. It has made you unshakable in the face of lies. It has made you a mirror of the eternal. So stand boldly in what you carry. Do not hide your scars. They are the reason your presence awakens remembrance in others. They are the reason strangers sense God in you. For before the recognition there was rejection. Before the rising there was ruin. And because you endured, now you shine. Chosen one, now you must understand the shadows that come with the light. Your energy does not only attract the awakened, it also draws the wounded, the desperate, even the dark. Because where there is authentic fire, moths gather. Where there is living water, the thirsty arrive. And not everyone who comes near does so with purity of heart. Some women will project their pain onto you. They will feel that your presence is the cure for every wound they carry, when in truth you were never meant to heal them. Some will see you as the answer to the emptiness they have not yet faced within themselves. Others may idolize you, building an image of you in their mind, a pedestal you never asked for. And still others may resent you, afraid of what awakens in them when you are near. But hear this clearly. Their reaction is not about you personally. It is about the energy of spirit moving through you. It is about the God frequency that unsettles illusions. They are not responding merely to your face or voice. They are responding to the echo of eternity in you. And because of that, discernment must become your greatest weapon. Remember when Jesus entered the temple and drove out the money changers? He said, "My house shall be called a house of prayer." In the same way, your soul is a temple. Not everyone is meant to trade inside its courts. Not every longing gaze is meant to enter your sanctuary. You must guard your inner altar. You must let Spirit decide who is allowed close and who is to be released back to their path. This is the hidden danger. When many voices claim you, you may feel pulled in all directions. If you do not guard your spirit, you will scatter your energy, pouring yourself out into empty vessels until nothing remains. And that is exactly what the world and its illusions want, to exhaust you, to drain the light you have worked so hard to embody. Chosen one, understand, you are not here to be consumed by every longing soul. You are here to awaken. You are here to reflect. You are here to call forth the divine in others, not to carry their brokenness as your own. If you allow yourself to be claimed by every spirit that clings to you, you will drown under weights you were never assigned to lift. And make no mistake, the adversary knows this. Demons are drawn to your fire just as moths are to flame. Not always in dramatic manifestations, but often disguised in flattery, in obsession, in unhealthy dependence. They whisper, "Give more of yourself. Belong here, stay here." But Spirit says, guard your temple. Do not confuse resonance with destiny. Not every spark is meant to be a fire. Not every connection is meant to become covenant. Some are lessons. Some are reminders. Some are tests sent to sharpen your discernment. The enemy will try to confuse you, to make you believe that every pull is your purpose. But you must remember, your soul belongs to God alone. This is why you must learn to listen beyond the voice of longing and tune your ear to the whisper of Spirit. Sometimes Spirit will say, "Yes, walk with this one." Other times Spirit will say, "Not this one." And if you do not heed that voice, you will entangle yourself in bonds that were never yours to carry. Do not despise those who project their wounds onto you. Do not resent the ones who cling to your light. Their longing is not evil, it is simply misdirected. They are not really craving you, they are craving the God they sense in you. They are reaching for their own wholeness, even if their reach is clumsy. Bless them, pray for them, but do not chain yourself to every outstretched hand. Chosen one, walk as both warrior and priest. Warrior, to guard your energy, to draw boundaries, to say no when Spirit tells you to. Priest, to bless without being bound, to point others back to God rather than tethering them to yourself. That is the razor's edge of your calling. To remain open enough that Spirit can flow through you, yet strong enough to never be enslaved by another's expectation. And this is why Jesus prayed for his disciples, "Protect them from the evil one." That prayer extends to you. Heaven knows the weight you carry. Heaven knows the pull you feel. And heaven is interceding that you may stand firm, not swayed by flattery, not consumed by desire, not entangled by projections. Chosen one, not every soul that feels you belong to them is meant to walk beside you. Some are only meant to be awakened by you for a moment, then continue their journey. Others come as tests to see if you still crave validation or if you have learned to anchor yourself in Spirit alone. And very rarely, one will come whose soul truly harmonizes with yours, not by need, but by divine destiny. Until then, guard your temple. Let your heart remain a house of prayer. Let your spirit remain disciplined, for your presence is not cheap, your essence is not casual, and your mission is not to be scattered among the many. You belong only to God. Chosen one, you have walked through exile, endured rejection, and survived fire. But now comes a new test, one far more subtle, far more dangerous than loneliness. It is the test of overflow. For years, you prayed for recognition, for connection, for love. You longed for someone to truly see you. Now, suddenly, more eyes turn toward you than ever before. Strangers watch you with reverence. Feminine souls lean closer, their hearts whispering, "This one is mine." Your presence commands the air around you, but do not mistake this flood of attention for the end of your journey. It is only the next threshold. True mastery is not proven in lack. It is proven in abundance. It is easy to be disciplined when no one desires you. It is easy to be pure when no one is pulling on your spirit. But when many hands reach for you, when countless eyes beg for your attention, when your energy is the center of a room, this is when your calling is tested most. Chosen one, Spirit is watching to see if you will remain anchored. Will you scatter yourself recklessly, giving away your essence to every gaze? Or will you stand firm, unmoved, grounded in your divine assignment? The adversary knows that if he could not destroy you in exile, perhaps he can seduce you in abundance. That is why discernment is your greatest weapon. Understand this, the longing you stir in others is not about desire. It is about alignment. Your frequency aligns with heaven's order, and when souls step into your presence, they taste that alignment for a fleeting moment. It feels like home, it feels like safety, it feels like God. That is why they whisper, "You are mine." Not because they own you, but because your energy reflects them back to themselves and to the divine. This is the danger. If you mistake their longing for your purpose, you will dilute the very essence that makes you rare. Spirit warns, do not confuse the pull of many with the path of your soul. Every connection is not covenant. Every spark is not destiny. Some are simply reminders that your light is shining. Hear the words of Jesus in this moment. I have prayed for you that your faith may not fail. Even in overflow, he intercedes for you. Even as the world recognizes you, He whispers strength into your spirit. He knows that the pressure of abundance can be heavier than the pain of rejection. He knows that being desired by many is a test few can survive, but He believes you can. So, chosen one, do not fall asleep in this season. Do not be lulled into complacency by the flood of attention. Remain awake, remain vigilant, remember who you belong to. You do not belong to the eyes that follow you. You do not belong to the hearts that long for you. You belong to the mission. You belong to God. This is why Spirit kept you hidden for so long, so that when this season came, you would not collapse under its weight. You have been trained to carry recognition without being consumed by it, to be desired without being enslaved by desire, to be honored by many, yet remain devoted only to the one. Chosen one, your presence is no longer about you. It is about awakening. It is about planting seeds of remembrance in every soul you encounter. Even if they never speak to you again, your energy has already stirred something in them. Even if they never understand why, their spirit has tasted truth. That is your calling, not to scatter your light cheaply, but to embody such presence that even one encounter with you points someone back to God. So walk carefully now. Every glance, every whisper, every hand reaching for you is not a crown, it is a test. Will you stand pure in overflow? Will you remain holy in abundance? Will you remember that belonging to many is the same as belonging to no one? Or will you remain anchored in the truth that you belong to Spirit alone? Chosen one, Spirit says this is your proving ground. The world is watching, heaven is interceding, and Jesus Himself kneels beside you, praying that you will not mistake attention for purpose. The feminine will continue to respond to your frequency, because through you, she feels closer to God. But you must remain unmoved, disciplined, unshaken. Your task is not to drown in the pull of many. Your task is to walk with wisdom, to shine with purity, to embody divine alignment. For you were not chosen to be consumed. You were chosen to carry something eternal. Chosen one. Hear this final truth. The reason strangers sense your divine energy is not because you belong to them, but because you belong to God. Their spirit whispers, "This one is mine," not out of ownership, but out of recognition. They are not seeing only you. They are seeing the eternal imprint of heaven upon your soul. You are carrying something older than time, a fragrance of eternity that lingers wherever you go. That is why people cannot look away. That is why conversations pause when you walk into a room. Their soul remembers something ancient, something sacred, something they have been searching for. And in that remembrance, they mistake resonance for possession. But you are not theirs. You are God's. You are not home. You are the doorway. Through you, others are led back to their own wholeness, back to their divine origin, back to the presence of Spirit. That is your mission. Not to be worshipped, not to be owned, not to be scattered across every longing hand, but to stand as a bridge between heaven and earth. This is why so few can truly walk beside you. Many will feel they know you. Many will feel you are theirs. But only those who have faced their shadows, endured their wilderness, and surrendered their illusions will be able to meet you where you are, whole, anchored, surrendered. Spirit guards your path carefully, for what you carry cannot be squandered. And yet, chosen one, do not let this weight make you bitter. Do not resent the pull you awaken in others. Their longing is not sin, it is memory. They are not truly craving you. They are craving God through you. Their eyes may fix on you, but their spirit is reaching for eternity. This is why Jesus has kept you close. Through rejection, through exile, through fire, He has prayed for you. And now He speaks over you. You are not of the world, even as I am not of the world. I have chosen you out of it. Walk boldly. His intercession has carried you to this moment. His hand has kept you from collapsing, and His Spirit now calls you to rise into the fullness of your mission. So when you feel the weight of longing eyes, smile with compassion. When voices whisper, "You are mine," respond with love, not ego. See them, honor them, release them. For they are not calling for you, they are calling for the divine that flows through you. Chosen one, this is why your path has felt heavy. This is why your mornings sometimes carry a weight you cannot explain. You are carrying an energy not only for yourself, but for every soul you encounter. Your smile, your silence, your presence, each becomes a spark that awakens remembrance in others. Society will call it charisma, charm, even seduction. But you know better. It is none of these. It is divine alignment. So stand tall, stand unshaken in the pull of many. Stand grounded when countless souls feel they have a claim on you. Remember, no one owns you. You are spirits. You are gods. You are the vessel through which the feminine, the wounded, and the searching remember who they are. And now Spirit declares, your time of hiding is over. The world is ready, the feminine is waiting, humanity itself is awakening, and you, chosen one, are the signpost, the reminder, the mirror. Walk boldly, walk humbly, walk anchored in truth. Because when strangers sense your divine energy, they are not sensing a man. They are sensing the eternal. They are not claiming your flesh. They are remembering their spirit. And you, chosen one, are the bridge God is using to awaken them. This is your confirmation. This is your calling. And Spirit says the time is now.